Everest and Gasket are two Siberian Huskies from Paw Patrol. You may look at these two and think that they have nothing in common, but that's where you're wrong, because these two actually have a lot more in common than you think. On one hand, you have Everest, the fun-loving husky pup who loves the snow. And on the other hand, you have Gasket, the rough-and-tumble motorcycle mechanic who likes to cause mischief wherever she goes. You may think that these two personalities clash, but this story proves that even opposites can coexist. In this story, Gasket decides to quit the rough pack because she decides that being bad is not worth it anymore. This is when she eventually meets Everest, her sister, and future girlfriend. Initially, Everest is reluctant to give Gasket a second chance because she's heard of all the terrible things that she and her pack have done. But after realizing that Gasket is truly sorry, she decides to give Gasket another chance. And as the story goes on, Everest and Gasket's relationship begins to take shape. Gasket was initially reluctant about the whole love thing, but after spending a little bit of time with Everest, she finally understands that love is an important emotion, but she's not very good at expressing it. But there's also a big twist in this story. We learn that Gasket never truly cared about Everest. In fact, she only cared about Everest's boyfriend Marshall, and she wanted to date him so she could exploit him. But needless to say, when Everest found out about this, she was absolutely crushed. She couldn't believe this. She trusted Gasket, she gave her another chance, and this is how Gasket repaid her. Everest couldn't take it, and she immediately ran off crying. Gasket, feeling remorse, immediately runs after her. But while Everest was running, she accidentally fell into a deep snow chasm. She managed to grab on the ledge with her paws, but she couldn't hold on much longer. Everest began slipping, and just as she was about to fall off the cliff, Gasket caught her. Everest was grateful that Gasket saved her life, and Gasket apologized for what she did. Initially, Everest was hesitant to forgive her, but the regret Gasket was feeling was true, and Everest could see it in her tear-soaked eyes. She could tell that Gasket was sorry and forgave her. Then Gasket did something completely unexpected. She hugged Everest tightly and then pulled her head closer to her, and the two locked lips with each other, sharing a kiss. As Gasket pulled away, Everest was shocked, and Gasket told her it was a thank you for always being there for her. The story ends with Gasket getting adopted by Jake and getting to live with Everest as her sister and girlfriend because she and Marshall decided to break up. It was Marshall's decision, because he saw how happy Everest was with Gasket and decided to let her have her. The moral of the story is that love can be found anywhere, even in the most unlikely places. And the story also proves that even polar opposites can live together in harmony.